board in the top of the first. In this series, 6 runs, 7 hits in the first 2 innings by the Marlins.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, we've been trying to chase down the score from the Marlins the past couple of days. 6 runs on 7 hits, but more importantly, getting behind the hitters, walking some people, and then having to come in to a guy like Cantu, and he just drills that mock pitch for a home run, and that was painful in the first inning. And then last night, Livan Hernandez wasn't getting the outside calls. Cody Ross comes up and bam, just puts them ahead to stay for the rest of the ball game. So when you're trying to chase down 3 and 4 and 5 runs early in ball games, it's difficult for the offense to catch up. And then the bullpen came in and gave up a couple more runs down the road. But look at that, runs 29 between the two clubs, hits 49. So not a lot of great pitching going on in the last few days.
And it's not like the Nats aren't hitting. They have had 23 hits and scoring 11 runs in these 2 games. So it's the exact opposite of the way the road trip wrapped up, when the Nats pitched pretty well, caught the ball, but couldn't generate any offense.
Well, and it's up to J.D. Martin. Set the tone, try to get these guys out in the first couple of innings, let your offense get things going for a change, and they have been swinging the bats really well. I mean, like you said, on the road, they weren't scoring any runs. Now they're scoring 5-6 runs, and we're getting blown out. So need to kind of keep the Marlins in check today if we hope to win.
Young starters on the mound, as usual, when these two get together. J.D. Martin, 9 starts, a 3-4 record, and a 4.60 ERA. Anibal Sanchez knows what it's like to have a little piece of history. He's thrown a no-hitter in his career, 16-15 career mark. Everything. And breezes blowing at Nationals Park in our nation's capital today. Kids are running the show today, and we've got our buddy from Arlington, Chase Verdery, in the booth with us. Every one of the kids on the field gets to visit with the National at his or her position, and it's a day when we have a lot of fun. We always look forward to it. Here's some game notes for you. As the Marlins try to sweep, they're looking for their 5th consecutive win. The Nationals are up there in the league in on-base percentage, at times having a hard time turning that into runs. Adam Dunn all over the bases when these two teams get together. And Hanley Ramirez is a 2020 man for the 3rd straight year. Ramirez hit his 20th homer of the year in the 4th inning here last night.
Well, J.D. Martin, Bob's got a tall task today. This team has scored 8+ runs a game for 4 straight games and more than 13 hits a game. So he's got to find a way to shut them down and shut them down early.
Marlins are in the thick of the wild card race. Colorado, a winner last night to stay 1 up on San Francisco and 3 up on the Fish. But they're in hot pursuit and they've got a good lineup. Chris Coghlan, the most prolific hitter in the league over the last 5 weeks. And then Nick Johnson's back in his number 2 spot today. Hanley Ramirez is a run producer. They have Cantu, Ugla, Ross, all guys with power and some speed with Cameron Magan. By the way, the Marlins are 3rd in the league in hitting. They're also 3rd in runs now and 7th in homers. And the Nationals defensively, Willie Harris back in center field today. Alberto Gonzalez up the middle with Christian Guzman, and Will Nieves gets his 2nd consecutive start behind the plate. Ryan Zimmerman 3 for 9 with an RBI, a walk in this series. Playing solid defense. He's number 7 in the league in hits and 3rd in runs scored, having by far his most consistent season.
Well, for J.D. Martin, try to be economical. Last couple of starts, 103 pitches, 104 pitches, only 5 and 6 innings pitched, respectively.
First pitch a little bit outside. We're underway at 1:37. Cloudy, sometimes sunny, like at the moment, 83 degrees. That one's in there, and anything the Nats can do to keep Chris Coghlan off base will be welcome. He has started off both ball games with singles. Martin, nothing but fastballs early. JD 3 and 4, making his 10th start, and the count's even 2-2. Andy Fletcher, we know a little earlier today what's a strike and what is not. Ray Gibson, Brian Knight, and Tim McClellan, the crew chief on the bases. And a breaking ball hit in the air to left, and Josh Willingham is there. Well, that's already an improvement over Friday and Saturday.
Well, what I liked was 4 straight fastballs, and then once he got to 2 strikes, come in with the breaking ball, and Coghlan weakly popped out to left.
So you've given the hitter 4 pitches before he's had anything that looks different from you.
Yep.
And here's Nick Johnson. Nick had a 2 for 5 night with an RBI on Friday. He's hit well, got on base as usual. For the Marlins, hitting .326 for them in 15 games. And a .507 on base average, but he just came off the DL. So he's been injured almost half of his time with the Marlins with a right hamstring that just healed. On the year, Nick at .298, still has the 2nd best on base average in the league at .422 to the .444 of Albert Pujols. That's a good pitch under his hands. 1-2.
Northrop Grumman right here showing, coming inside on Nick. Don't let him get his arms extended and pop it to left. Comes back in again.
Northrop Grumman, the information systems powerhouse, with our pitch track this afternoon. Marlins have won 4 straight. The Nats are trying to break an 8-game losing streak. There's the .326 I mentioned, and a rather crazy on-base percentage of .507. But we all thought that Nick Johnson would fit in well with this Florida ball club. Other than Coghlan, they have a bunch of rather all-or-nothing hitters who strike out a lot, and they need an on-base guy like Nick Johnson.
And I would agree. They need a table setter. Ramirez can hit homers. Cantu, not having a home run type year, but he's capable of 30. Ugla 25, Ross 20. So they got some guys that can put it out of the ballpark. Need some guys on the pond.
Marlins on base percentage is only 2 points behind the Nationals at .340. And J.D. Martin gets one by Nick Johnson for the second out. That'll bring up Hanley Ramirez here in the top of the first.
Well, J.D. Martin is coming right at the Marlins today. A lot of fastballs. I like it. That's your best pitch. Use it 80-85% of the time instead of vice versa. Going to the secondary pitches early. Try to get through the lineup with mostly fastballs the first time.
Hanley Ramirez in this series. 4 hits and a whole bunch of RBIs, but a pop fly out to short left. Christian Guzman, and that's what the Nats needed to get the day off to a good start. A 1-2-3. Ahead of where they've been in both of the other games of this series, as it is scoreless. And here come the Nats, hitting .263, tied for 5th in the league, 9th in runs, 9th in home runs. Adam Dunn all over the bases. A walk to go with those 5 hits, 1 RBI. Adam's been hitting line drives around the ballpark to different parts of the field to get those base hits, and he has his batting average up to a potential career high .284. Anibal Sanchez, just 25 years of age. He had Tommy John surgery 6 years ago, a 10-game winner 3 years ago. He has a no-hitter to his credit back in '06. And the Marlins are waiting for him to come around. He's only 2-6, his 11th start. And he faces Willie Harris to start the game. Willie 1 for 3 with a walk in the series. On base percentage of .383 over the last 2 weeks for Willie.
Well, twice this year, Sanchez has been put on the disabled list with a shoulder strain. So possibly a mechanical flaw, or he's doing something wrong. So this is his 11th start of the season.
Hasn't faced the Nationals since September 14th of last year. He jams Willie Harris, who pops one into short center. And the center fielder, Cameron Maybin, takes it for the first out. Marlins are 13th in the league defensively. Coughlin and Ross flanking Marlin and Maybin, that is, in the outfield. They're pretty solid up the middle with Ramirez and Ugla, Cantu and Johnson at the corners, and Ronnie Paulino makes his first appearance of the series behind the plate. Christian Guzman 0 for 9 in the series, and he's 0 for 15 overall over his last 5 games.
Well, and maybe that no-hitter back in September of '06 made it seem like everything would be easy for Anibal Sanchez, and it's been nothing but difficult for him with the shoulder surgery.
Guzman to center. That ball's got some carry on it, but Maybin is there. And 2 quick outs. Christian Guzman has now hit the ball in the air 6 consecutive at bats for fly ball outs.
There's the Exmo, and you see that bat way out in front of him. So whatever he was looking for, I think he got it and was right on it. Put a jolt into it, but Maven's out there in Death Valley and deep right center field to haul it in.
Zimmerman 3 for 9 with a walk and an RBI against the Marlins this weekend. On a 2-0 pitch right in there. Ryan still hitting .326 since the All-Star break. 1 RBI behind Adam Dunn for the team lead. That was a breaking ball up, and he fouls it 2-2. He waited for that breaker. Hanley Ramirez has it. Close. Zimmerman out in the Nats, just like the Marlins go. 1-2-3. Both pitchers off to a good start. Second, Cantu, Ugla, and Ross. And a warm, beautiful day for baseball here in early September. Hard to believe Labor Day is here tomorrow. The Nats will not be playing. The Marlins will not be playing. They have a day off in New York before they play the Mets, and the Phillies will be here on Tuesday. Jorge Cantu in the series, 5 out of 8 with a homer, 4 RBIs, and a couple of walks. He's done big time damage, and he's on a 6-game hitting streak, batting .500.
Yeah, Bob, Dave Van Horn, the play-by-play guy on Marlins radio, was saying on their off day he's going to go do something that he's never done before. He's going to go watch a ball game. He's going to go over to Yankee Stadium and check out Yankee Stadium on their off day.
That's a dedicated professional.
I mean, like we never get enough baseball.
And Dave is a longtime part of this organization.
Yep.
when the Expos were in Montreal. And a bouncer over to Guzman. Right on target to Adam Dunn for the first out. It was interesting that in their last couple of years in Montreal, the Expos could not get any radio stations to carry the English language broadcast. They were on French radio only, and they had a hard time holding on to some of their fans. Just one of the many things, along with the ever-present stadium issue, that contributed to that franchise coming here and becoming the Nationals. Dan Uggla 2 for 7, 4 strikeouts and 3 walks in the series.
Slow breaking ball there.
Something big power hitters don't like too much.
No, but you know, continue to get ahead with the fastball, and it sets up the breaking ball. That's an excellent 0-2 pitch. Down in the dirt, try to get the guy to fish for it, and he really pulled the string at 72 miles an hour.
Uggla, 262 career hitter, but at 244 this year. Another breaker and a little pop-up right side. Adam Dunn for the second out. And obviously there's a long way to go, but at least early in the game, J.D. Martin appears to have a very solid battle plan going so far. Next up will be Cody Ross, a Nats nemesis who has 1 hit in this series, and it drove in the second and third runs in the first inning last night. He's got the serious eye black going today. First pitch slider, it was a strike, but he didn't get the call.
There's some guys that love playing this game, and then there's other guys that really love playing this game. Cody Ross is one of those guys.
Yeah. Cody Ross is an excellent athlete. He was a very good soccer player out in Carlsbad, New Mexico, where he grew up. High school All-American in baseball, but I've seen some video of him with a soccer ball down in Florida. He is really skilled, as our soccer friends would say.
Oh, I would take him to school.
I don't know. I don't know. I know you were a very good high school soccer player.
All state every year. Just lead the state scoring every year.
He hacks that one to left. It's over Willingham's head, but it stays in the ballpark. And a 2-out double by Cody Ross, the first Florida hit.
Well, he gets one up right here.
Wow.
Hanging breaking ball. Kind of a little bit too breaking ball happy right there after he got Uggla out on it. 2 outs. You want to try to make some good pitches, finish off the inning, which has been a major issue for the pitching staff of the Nationals this year. And Ross puts himself in scoring position with 2 outs.
Next up will be Ronnie Paulino, former Pirate who the Marlins got in a trade with the Giants late in spring training. He's done a good job here. 273. Their catchers have a combined 17 home runs.
Nice little slider. You know, who's a really good soccer player was Jeff Bagwell.
Oh yeah,
excellent soccer player when he was growing up in Connecticut.
The Marlins catchers a combined 73 runs batted in. High in the air, out to left center, and Josh Willingham or Willie Harris will take it. It's the center fielder's call, his ball, and the top of the second is over. Dunn, Willingham, and Dukes coming right up. No score, bottom of the second. Dunn, Willingham, and Dukes coming up. Now, next Saturday, we have the same scenario. If you remember back in June when the Nats were at Tampa Bay, the Marlins start their Saturday games at 6 o'clock. But because of the Fox broadcast window that goes till 7:05, we cannot join the game in progress until that time. So, go to MASNsports.com, live game blogs and stats prior to us joining you live at 7:05 from Landshark Stadium next Saturday night. They do that because they have post-game concerts down there on Saturday nights, and they start the ball games a little earlier. Totally the Marlins' decision. Nothing NASN or the Nats could do about that, and we will see you live at 7:05. But Rob and I'll be there watching the game and keeping score and all that to let you know exactly what's going on.
I think we'll still be talking.
We do. Rob and I do the game
anyway,
live to tape, because our games do re-air later on MASN.
When I wasn't with you in St. Louis, I was doing the game at home.
Were you?
Yeah.
You have any tapes of that?
Oh, we're just talking to the TV.
Were you doing play-by-play?
I was trying to talk over Ray, but it was tough.
Wow. Adam Dunn, 5 for 8 with a walk in the series. Let's see how many home runs Sanchez has given up this year. 6 in 51 innings. He's about due to give one up. 3-2. Josh Willingham on deck, then Elijah Dukes here in the bottom of the second. Nationals have hit 129 home runs, but given up 146. Mr. Expo is here today.
Finally, I knew he was coming.
And a high fastball strikes out Adam Dunn. Josh Willingham, 3 for 8 in the series with a 2-run bomb here in the Nats' 3-run third Friday night.
Well, that ball was driven just like you would drive a hammer on a nail.
Willingham's next home run will be number 23. He has 59 RBIs. Right off the end of the bat, and Sanchez 5 in a row to start the game.
Well, he struck Adam Dunn out on a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. That was a 76-mile-an-hour changeup. So pulled the string.
Nationals Park, where the Nats this year are now just 27 and 41. Bob, Rob, and Debbie with you on MASN HD on a Sunday afternoon. Final game of the 3-game series. Day off for the holiday tomorrow. And then the Phillies in. We'll see these Marlins again Friday night.
Elijah Dukes going old school with the pants up high, showing all the sock. Very nice.
Those are some strong shins, ankles, and calf muscles he's showing. That is one big man.
I definitely think he could be like Deion Sanders and play in the NFL too.
Oh yeah. Dukes waits for that one. Deep short, and that's it.
Oh boy.
Even if Hanley Ramirez gets to it, there would have been no chance at first. By the way, Elijah Dukes was offered a scholarship to play linebacker at North Carolina State, but he instead signed with Tampa Bay back in 2002.
It's low. He hits it hard, and he shoots it through between third and shortstop. But we will have an interview with Elijah Dukes coming up while we're in Florida. And he talked about he's learned a lot by the way how they pitch Willingham in front of him.
Yeah.
And he can learn a lot when he comes up to the plate just by watching the way they're pitching one of his teammates. And I've said this before. I still believe that Elijah on the inner half and Josh Willingham have some of the quickest hands to get. Could be 98 miles an hour on the inner half. I think they can get to it.
Target away here on 0-1 to Gonzalez. requesting time, getting it from Andy Fletcher. Alberto, a couple of hits, 2 RBIs on Friday night in this series, but hitting just a .181 since the All-Star break. And Gonzalez with a big swing to right center. Elijah Dukes heading for third. Maben handles it well. Gonzalez almost got himself in trouble at second base, and he scoots back with a single. That's his game right there.
Well, if he could do this on a consistent basis at this level, he'd be an everyday player at this level. He shoots it into right center field. Didn't try to do too much with it. Gets Elijah over to third base with 2 outs. And Nick was coming in as a cutoff guy, and I like that, what Gonzalez did. He did a very big turn, an aggressive turn, made Maben rush the throw to second, and it handcuffed Ramirez. So that ball almost got away from Ramirez on Maben's throw because of the turn of Gonzalez.
Will Nieves takes one low and inside.
See, now Nick is coming in, and he's not covering first base, so that gives Gonzalez a chance. Now, stumbling and fumbling, getting back was not what you would draw up, but made him throw it hard to second base, and just threw it away.
And a foul ball caught on a bounce by the umpire. And the count's even 1-1 to Will Nieves, who had a base hit here last night. Drove in a run with a single up the middle in the 7th inning. He's a lot like Alberto in his approach to hitting, or at least what it should be. Line drive ground ball hitter, staying on the ball, trying to hit it the other way, but they're going to jam him here. And then Sanchez misses his spot, ball 2.
Well, you got the pitcher on deck, and they know that. So they're going to pitch very carefully to Nieves. They don't want a base hit right here. And here comes Ramirez in to talk to him.
The last time the Nationals had a lead in a ball game was a sacrifice fly by Ryan Zimmerman 1 week ago last night in St. Louis. They gave up 3 in the 3rd and haven't led since.
Wow,
that is a generous strike call to even the count.
Catcher set up way off the plate. Sanchez hits the mark, but nowhere near the plate.
That might expand Will's zone toward the outer half. They're going to jam him again. And he is very susceptible to that high fastball when he gets a 2-strike count. Will just cannot lay off that pitch. The Nats get a couple of 2-out singles and strand a couple, scoreless game.
J.D. Martin told me that the key against the Marlins is to not be intimidated and to keep the ball down. And if you look at his numbers, he's made a lot of progress in his last few starts. In his first 4 games, he was 0-2 with a 7.16 ERA. Now in his last 5, he's 3-2 with a 3.14 ERA. And another trend that's been nice to see from him is that in the month of July, he had a 7.5 ERA, August a 3.57 ERA, and September a 3.00 ERA. So his numbers are increasingly getting better, Bob.
And that has translated, Debbie, into pitching a little deeper into some ball games. He's gone at least 6. 3 of his last 4 games, he went 5 innings at Chicago 2 starts ago. Coming off 6 quality innings with 5 hits, only 2 earned runs. But he did walk 3, struck out 5 at San Diego. So on the upswing a bit, but the key is at this level, keep it going. It's a ground ball out to short. Cameron Maybin, speedy but thrown out by Guzman. And he's retired. 7 of the first 8 Marlins.
Well, he's getting ahead. And we talk about this all the time. Work ahead, especially with the fastball, and then pull the string and take something off of it. And you saw there at the end with Anibal Sanchez and Nieves, went against him hard, then he went soft, and then he blew him away 94 up and in.
Anibal Sanchez 0 for 12 this year as a hitter, 5 for 75 career. Chase says J.D. Martin should just throw really soft because he's a pitcher. Nice call, buddy, because you threw him a nice soft breaking ball there and he missed it. Now I got 2 animals sitting up here.
I think Chase is better than I am.
He doesn't eat as much.
Are you
There's the call.
You said hot dogs, ice cream, brownies.
That's true. 2 outs and Coughlin at the top of the order. Coming up.
Working ahead. Sanchez, the pitcher, stands there and watches this slider. Look at the rotation. See the dot on the front of it?
Right at the knees.
You can see your seat back on the bench.
Coughlin flied to left first time up. He wasting a little time here getting into the box, digging in, giving his pitcher a few extra moments.
Which is quite a veteran move by a young player.
And then he'll extend the inning by getting his 6th base hit of this series.
And he's going, oh, he takes an aggressive turn.
Yeah, I think Willie was hoping he'd go. Coughlin 6 out of 12, and he now has a 14-game hitting streak.
Kid is wearing us out. Well, gets a pitch over the plate. Supposed to be on the outer half. Gets extended, hits back up the middle. Never tries to do too much.
If he hits in 3 more games, that'll tie the 4th longest streak in the league this year. Quite a drop off after Ryan Zimmerman's 30-game streak. Derek Lee hit in 21 straight, May 30th to June 24th. Justin Upton 18 in a row for Arizona late April to mid-May, and then nobody else in the league more than 17 games. 4 players have done that. He's hitting .448 in his streak. That's way inside to Nick Johnson for a ball.
The ex-Mo, Zach shows us just how Nick is fleet of foot. We know he's got the dance moves.
Jammed in and a pop-up. Out of play. It doesn't get much easier than that to Hopper. Congratulations, sir. A William and Mary fan getting a souvenir here today. Coughlin, as mentioned last night, doesn't run a lot, but he is 6 out of 7. Will Nieves threw him out at second base attempting to steal in the first inning last night. And Will's numbers are coming up in that department. 13 of 41, 32% caught stealing. Anything over 30% considered pretty solid. One and two to Nick.
Just when Nick Johnson thought there's going to be another fastball maybe in on his hands, J.D. Martin did a nice job of just turning over a nice slow curveball.
Close. That was close because Martin put the ball right on Adam Dunn's backhand side. He barely had to move the glove.
There's the Exmo of it. Come on, slap a tag on there, Haas.
Yeah. You like it when guys slap the runner there, don't you?
J.D. Martin comes way in again.
Who was the first baseman you told me
Will Clark
used to do that?
Will Clark would smack you upside your head, get you on the back, hit you on the hand, make you pay for diving back into first. That way you don't want to get off the bag.
And a 2-2 to Nick. Jammed him. After striking him out first time, Ryan Zimmerman is there right in front of home plate to make the catch. 3 good innings by J.D. Martin. He'll lead off in a scoreless game. We give that to Rob. Martin, Harris, and Guzman in a scoreless game. Each team with a couple of base hits. Come on out. Tuesday night. First 10,000 fans on a T-shirt Tuesday receive a free Netstown T-shirt. Nets then take on the Phillies. 202-675-NETS. Visit Nationals.com or stop by the box office right here at the ballpark. J.D. Martin as a hitter, 3 hits out of 15 at bats this year. He likes to hack. He's the one guy I see most often in the batting cage down beyond the dugout, and he lines out softly to Nick Johnson. Next up, Willie Harris and Christian Guzman. Well, this is a big plus for the Marlins so far, because everybody in their ball club I talked to, not teammates but observers and broadcasters, they were concerned about this start. He's not been pitching that well, and they're figuring anything they can get out of him. And that ball goes foul. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits last time out in a 4-3 loss to Atlanta. But he gave up 8 hits in less than 4 innings his time out before that. But Rob, when you've had an injury-filled season like he's had, it's going to take a while to get back to your just to being yourself.
And a lot of the problem is, too, after the surgery, you have phantom pain. You're looking for it. Am I hurt? Am I still hurt? And he keeps straining it. And, you know, maybe he's trying too hard to find out if that shoulder is 100%. But today, he's popping the ball in the low 90s, has hit 94 today.
Way inside to Willie.
And the problem is, too, I mean, my arm hurt back in high school. Your arm's never going to be the same as a pitcher. You're doing something against the physique of the body. You're not supposed to throw over the shoulder and make your shoulder rotate in that direction. So you're always going to have a sore arm, going to have arm problems. You're not going to feel your best. You just need to learn how to pitch with it.
2-1, and Willie Harris takes one upstairs.
If you had ever seen Jose Rijo's elbow throughout his career, and he had 5 elbow surgeries. Here's Annabelle's delivery right here. Nice leg drive, gets out front, comes over that front leg. He's got very nice mechanics.
And Willie Harris is aboard with a one-out walk. Nationals have their third base runner.
Jose used to rub snake oil liniment on his arm before he started. He would take a 25-pound dumbbell and do curls to try to get the blood flowing through his elbow, but he would suck it up and go out there and pitch. And I mean, I love the guy because I knew how bad his elbow felt.
So another left-handed batter here, Guzman.
You can't expect to be 100% is what I'm saying in this game all the time.
Cantu is playing even with the bag at third. Guzman offered a bunt there for a moment. 0 for his last 16. And as I mentioned, his last 6 batted balls have all been easy fly balls to the outfield. Harris running, Guzman swinging, and I like it from Jim Riggleman. You have a struggling hitter, a speedy runner. Why not get some things moving out there?
In the last week, Jim Riggleman hasn't had a lot of opportunities without Nigel Morgan in there to get somebody in motion and try to hit and run.
Well, since Nigel got hurt, Rob, the Nationals have stolen 1 base. Pete Orr in St. Louis. The running game has disappeared. Willie's been on 9 for quite a while. He's going again. Same result. And the other factor here is you don't want Guzman hitting into a double play with one of your best hitters, if not your best hitter overall, on deck in Ryan Zimmerman. So anything the Nats can do to stay out of a double play here to end this inning. Willie, 9 stolen bases, 12 attempts. Willie holding, and Guzman on a pitch upstairs, way upstairs, strikes out. That's 3 for Sanchez. Ask about the Nats at massinsports.com. Ryan Zimmerman's chances of winning the Gold Glove, David Blackwell from Lurton would like to know.
Well, I think it's an excellent question, and I think that Zimmerman's got a great chance to win the Gold Glove. When you look at the guys that are going to be up for it, and it's Kuzminoff, who's got a great fielding percentage, but hasn't had nearly as many chances as Zimmerman. David Wright's been injured, and he's your reigning Gold Glove champ. I think Zim's got an opportunity to maybe get his first Gold Glove of his career.
When the Nationals were in Chicago, Aramis Ramirez had only made 6 errors all year, but he has nowhere near the range that Ryan Zimmerman has. So I think perception as to who's the best third baseman will play a big role here, Rob, because Ryan has more errors than those guys. But I think everybody knows who the best pure third baseman defensively is.
Well, I think you start with the All-Stars, and you had Wright and Zimmerman were the representatives as at third base. as far as the third baseman, and then you go from there. And you start looking at how many games they played, how many chances they had, and how many great plays and game-saving plays and run-saving plays that Ryan Zimmerman's had this season.
Fastball by him. Sanchez, he's not mid to high 90s or anything, but he is sneaking the ball by with that 90 to 92 mile an hour heater today. He's got good movement going. He has fanned 3, walked 1. Runner goes. Zimmerman, center field. And Cameron Maben right there using the glove as a shade. The Nats are gone in the third. They've stranded 3 runners. No score to the middle innings. As we go to the middle innings here, top of the fourth coming up, each team with a couple of hits. The Nats have stranded 3. Aflac trivia as we go top 4. Aflac! The 2 Venezuelan pitchers who have no hitters in the major leagues. Thank you, Chase. Chase said he's one of them. I think he means Anibal Sanchez.
Hey, Chip, you said
Sanchez from Maracay, Venezuela. He threw a no-hitter.
You said bottom of the 5th, right?
Johan Santana, see the other one?
September 6th of 06 against Arizona, Sanchez a no-hitter. And the top of the 4th with Hanley Ramirez. And this is a 1-0 game on his 100th career home run. And he hits it about 4/5 of the way up the left field seats.
Nothing cheap about that one.
His 21st of the year, RBI number 92. And J.D. Martin gives up his 11th home run.
Well, Northrop Grumman will show you that that pitch didn't go far enough in. And when it doesn't go far enough in, it goes far enough to go over the fence. My kid has so much talent. I see at least 1, maybe 2 MVP awards in his career.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's working on his defense. Showed the stat the other day. I think it was 72 or 75 errors in the first 3 years.
8 this year.
Yep. And he's just settled in. I mean, it takes a while.
Well, and it's a position of great responsibility for any player,
Yep.
much less a youngster. You're involved in just about everything. Both sides of the double play ball. pop fouls you're ranging over. And a swing and a foul tip as Cantu took a home run swing and struck out. J.D. Martin's third K of the afternoon. Don't they always say you put your best athlete at shortstop?
Oh, absolutely. You see the great job by Will Nieves squeezing this third strike foul tip. J.D. Martin continues to impress with the fastball, challenging these guys.
Ugla bounces one to Zimmerman from behind the bag. There's one of those assists.
That's a big lead play right there.
Right on target to Adam
Nice
Dunn.
job by Zim. Throwing off the back foot, you have no momentum going forward. You throw this ball pretty much anywhere when you're throwing off this back leg. Watch this throw. That's all arm strength with the big hoss at the end with a nice little stretch. And J.D. Martin, I mean, they're going to take you deep. They're going to hit home runs off you, but it's how you respond that sets you apart.
And often what you do before that, such as not walking people. I think Don Sutton used to say you can make a lot of money in this game giving up solo homers.
Absolutely. And win a
As
lot
long
of
as you
ball
don't give up
games
that
as
many.
well. Tom Browning, 5 straight years, 15+ wins. Would give up 30 to 35 solo and mostly solo home runs a year. He didn't walk anybody. But he knew, I'm a fly ball pitcher. I'm going to give up home runs. If you don't have a couple of your friends with you, it's not going to hurt as much.
Ronnie Paulino. Great breaking ball by J.D. Martin. And he has Cody Ross 2-2. Ross doubled over the head of Josh Willingham first time up. He hangs a breaking ball, and that thing is hammered into the corner. Rob Dibble constantly preaches the breaking ball's got to be down and away in the dirt, wherever. But when you throw it for a strike, these guys will kill it.
Yeah, and especially when you raise the eye level, taking so much speed off of it. They're looking fastball, keeping their hands back for a breaking ball. And you saw Cody do a great job keeping his hands back. And just puts it down the left field line.
Well, we knew Cody Ross was too quiet, 1 for 10 in 2 games. He's doubled twice today. Now the Nats facing Paulino, the number 7 batter. He flied out to center first time. Right on the corner. Pair of mid-80s breaking balls.
Well, I don't know what Ronnie's waiting for. He's crowding the plate to get plate coverage. He's all over that back line, and he's seen 2 really good breaking balls. Hadn't offered at him. There he goes. It's almost like he's looking for breaking ball, but he can't swing at it. And as you said, he started out like, you know, a ball of fire early in his career. He's settled into a backup catching role. This hard breaking ball down and away. And if anything, I like pitchers, especially what J.D. Martin's doing today, make the adjustments. Gave up the home run. Okay, that kid's going to hit some home runs. He gave up the hanging breaking ball double to Ross.
Out to short, Guzman on a hot shot.
Nice job.
And Martin is out of the inning with just the solo homer. Adam Dunn, Josh Willingham, Elijah Dukes coming up. result in the Geico President's Race. Teddy just needs to work on his endurance training, Rob. He's okay for the first 120 yards or so.
Well, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Just 4 straight years they haven't allowed Teddy Roosevelt to win a race here. Let the guy win. Get rid of that curse.
And I'm pretty sure he's faster than that Billy Goat in Chicago.
Yeah. Well, Teddy's in heaven somewhere with a big stick going. It's just not right. Bad karma.
He's
it's
saying,
not right.
I'm better than that.
He was an excellent president. One of the best. Our national parks, so many other things that my wife makes me aware of. It's offensive to school teachers that we dog Teddy Roosevelt that much.
One and one to Adam Dunn. I think we should have geography teachers night here. Long run for Coughlin, who was way out in left center, and he finally gets there. That ball kept moving away from him.
Like he's trying to catch a fair catch in football.
Just a little bit of a breeze blowing away.
Hello, Medwick.
2 Venezuelan pitchers with no hitters. Anibal Sanchez and
Wilson Alvarez. Come on. Plus, I think Wilson was Puerto Rican. I think that's a lie.
Oh, come on, our guys would research that.
I know they did. They opened up the Marlins yearbook and, oh, hey, 2 Florida Marlins that threw no hitters. And they're both from Venezuela.
The gauntlet's just been thrown down from the truck, challenging Rob Dibble to come up with a trivia question. 1 hopper to can 2 quick outs here in the 4th. Here's Dukes.
Willingham hits it hard. 1 hopper, can 2. Can 2 can't do from 3rd or 1st. Fires a nice strike over to Nicholas Nickleby Johnson.
Elijah Dukes with a base hit first time. Hard top spin ground ball between 3rd and short. Hey, the Phillies have an early lead at Houston. You think they're feeling good about that?
All right, well, I'll take Labor Day off, and I'll think about a trivia question for Tuesday.
Okay. Now remember, the Phillies are in town.
It'll be a Philly question. That's Drummond.
Yeah, he slices it right at the 3:35 mark. And Elijah Dukes is 2 for 2. He came in batting .438 over his last 11 games, and the hits keep on coming for Elijah.
Well, they're pitching him away, and he says, all right, I'll slam one down the right field line until you bring it back inside. And that's exactly how you cover the outside part of the plate.
He's now batting .471 in a dozen ball games. Here's Gonzalez. Had a nice slice of his own to right center last time.
Watching the Ohio State Navy game yesterday, and they did a graphic about Dick Butkus being 6'3", like 250 when he played for the Bears.
Yeah, he was considered a monster.
Yes, monster of the Midway. Well, the kid prior for Ohio State as the quarterback, 6'6", 250.
Yeah. It's a little scary.
And that's pretty much our Elijah Dukes.
Well, he was recruited to play linebacker in the ACC at NC State. Wouldn't you love to be running the option and turn the corner and he's waiting for you?
Oh yeah, with his arms open and
come on in.
His helmet to helmet with you.
Yeah. Or you see him out of the corner of your eye angling for you near the sideline. Gonzalez is gone. Pitch away. And the Nats have now stranded 4. On the Ramirez homer, Marlins lead at 1-0.
Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And let's break down J.D. Martin a little bit. He's having a really good start early in the ball game. He's got the Marlins popping up on that big curve. Nick Johnson striking out on the heater inside. Another heater on the outside, and he gets Hanley Ramirez to pop it up. In the fourth inning, though, tries to come in, freeze it right here. Not set up maybe far enough inside. You want to throw it right in off of that hip. That ball leaves the ballpark, and then the hanging curveball. Too much of the hitting zone, and Cody Ross gets a double. But he regrouped, and he's kept it right there on the home run. It's 1-0. J.D. Martin having a very nice day.
Maben, Sanchez, Coughlin, top of the fifth. A low fastball called for a strike. Well placed outside corner. A big out to get in the National League when you have the number 8 hitter leading off with the pitcher next.
Tried to start that middle of the plate out. Just a little too far outside.
That'll be a called strike 3.
Sweet.
Number 4 on the day for Martin.
That's on the black jack. Well, he missed with the breaking ball on the outside half, but he doesn't miss with the fastball. Northrop Grumman showing hitting your spots and hitting that outside part of the plate on the black perfect. Maben could pull the trigger.
He's living out there for strikes right now.
Hey, if you're going to get beat the other way. Not a bad trait to have at this level.
Until they prove they can do something with it. And Elijah will snap that one out of the air for the second out. Top of the order, Coughlin coming up.
Wow, this can save a big inning right here. Pitcher comes up off the end of the bat. Hit that like he was using a wet newspaper. And Elijah comes in. Our Exmo catches the action. Beautiful.
That ball's hit pretty hard by the pitcher. You could see the give the glove had in Elijah's left hand. Ball was well struck. And here's Coughlin, 1 for 2 today. J.D. Martin averaging just over 14 pitches per inning, his first 4. Out to short, Guzman waiting for it. And a 1-2-3 in the top of the fifth for J.D. Martin. He'll bat after Will Nieves when we come back.
Score of 1-0 as we move to the bottom of the inning. I am joined right now by a very special guest, Brian O'Connor, the head coach at the University of Virginia. And what a great season for you. A record 49 wins for your team, a trip to the College World Series for the first time, and you got to be honored today by the Nationals. What did it mean to you and your players?
Well, I tell you, it was great. It's our team accomplished a lot of great things last year, and for the Nationals to invite us up here today to be honored before the game is a treat for our players and something they'll always remember.
And I understand that Ryan spent a lot of time with you before the game, and you're also going to get a little sneak peek into the Nats clubhouse after the game, too. How great is that for some of the guys on the team?
Well, it's great for our players. They aspire to play at this level one day, and Ryan met us out on the field before the game, and he's going to take us down to the locker room. So it's just a special time for our players to get an opportunity to see something at the level that they aspire to play at one point in their career.
Before I let you go, I want to ask you about the $250,000 donation that he made to your program and just how important that was for you and your team.
Well, it was huge for us. I think it says a lot to have a former player like Ryan donate $250,000 to our stadium project. I think it shows what his experience at the University of Virginia meant to him.
Okay, Brian, thank you so much. Congratulations on a great season. Bob, back up to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie Taylor. And Rob and I got a chance to know Brian a little bit when we had him on with us live several weeks ago. And the Nats were playing the Diamondbacks, and Mark Reynolds was in town. So impressed with everything about that coach. He's the kind of guy you would love your son to play for.
Maybe your son. I want my son to play for Bobby Knight.
You do?
I'm kidding.
Wow.
You remember when Bobby Knight was in all that hot water and everything? I'd love to have my kid play for Bobby Knight.
Yeah, but you're not the kid.
Exactly. I would agree.
Bob Knight is a brilliant basketball man, and Coach O'Connor has done a wonderful job with that UVA baseball program. They had him on the field at 1:21 this afternoon.
And it's not easy. He plays in a part of the country where you can't play baseball year-round. So you have to travel sometimes to start your season in Florida. You have to do some things to get more games under your belt. And you're not playing 50, 60 games like Texas and California and Florida.
And a good baseball league with Georgia Tech, North Carolina, Florida State.
A lot of great players have come out of Georgia Tech.
Oh, yeah. Veritek, Garcia Parra.
I was going to say, Nomar, Veritek.
J.D. Martin gone as Sanchez drops a breaking ball on him. 5 strikeouts. A day off tomorrow. The Phillies come in. Here's our next 5. John Lennon, Pedro on Tuesday. Garrett Mott, Cliff Lee Wednesday. Levon and Joe Blanton on Thursday. And after the night game, the Nats will get into Florida in the wee hours of Friday morning. Play the Marlins for 3. And then on that road trip, on to Philadelphia and New York. That'll be the Nationals' last road trip of the year where they visit more than one city, because they'll come home for a week and a half after that and then finish up in Atlanta. This will be the 3rd year in a row where the Nationals finish the season away from home. One and one to Willie Harris. He hits one high in the air, but he got under it. Ross short of the track, and the Nats go in order in the 5th inning. A 1-0 pitching matchup so far. rewind. It's all about the pitching today. J.D. Martin, 67 pitches in 5 innings, 48 strikes. Anibal Sanchez matching him, 68 pitches, 45 strikes. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network, your world delivery. There's a future fireballer right there. Top of the 6th inning, Nick Johnson leads off, and the Nats have been pounding him inside. Marlins have 4 hits. Hanley Ramirez, the leadoff homer in the 4th, the difference in the game, his 21st. Nick gets under that one and pulls it, heading for the bullpen, and it's unreachable for Dukes, and Nick Johnson cruises into second base. And I think the question you have to ask immediately now, do you walk Hanley Ramirez?
Absolutely. I don't even think about this. I walk Ramirez, set up the force. Right there, no outs. Leadoff guy Nick Johnson gets one on the inner half, and that's the thing about Nick. That's why he's got 7 home runs. He can hit you deep to left, hit you deep to right.
Johnson's only hit 7 home runs this year. That looked like a pitch that should have been hit out of the park. The Nats will walk Hanley Ramirez and take their chances with Jorge Cantu. And for J.D. Martin, his first walk of the day.
But Nick's more a hitter like Wade Boggs or Tony Gwynn. He has home run power, but most of the time he's looking to be a slasher and hit it into the gap, to be a line drive guy. But on occasion, when he gets a pitch on the inner half, he will pull it. He doesn't try to pull it, though. That's why he's got a great on base percentage, and he doesn't strike out often.
Nick Johnson hit 5 homers for the Nats in 38 games before he got hurt last year. Today in baseball, passing Lou Gehrig on this day, Cal Ripken Jr. back in '95. Has it really been 14 years? Eddie Murray hit number 500. How about that? Anibal Sanchez, 3 years to the day when he no-hit the Diamondbacks. But I'm thinking that wrist injury Nick Johnson suffered last year might have affected his power. Because like I said, he had 5 homers in 38 games. Out for the season, hit 6 for the Nats this year and has hit 1 for the Marlins. Breaking ball outside, 2-1. Six innings have been J.D. Martin's threshold this year. Only once going beyond that. 6 2/3 against Milwaukee in a 7-3 loss August 21st here.
He's got a very low economical pitch count, though, for being where he is in this game in the 6th inning. In his last couple of starts, as I brought this up before, 103 pitches against the Cubs lasted 5 innings. 104 pitches against the Padres got through 6 innings.
Broken bat grounder, should be 2. Taken by Gonzalez. On a swing like that, it takes the batter a while to get out of the box. And they turn a perfect 6-4-3.
And that's where you make your manager look like a genius. You take the percentage play, you walk Ramirez, the guy who already has a home run and maybe the best batter in the lineup. I would say he is the best hitter in their lineup. Take him out of contention, break Cantu's bat on a great pitch, and you get 2 outs. You got to finish it off.
Nick Johnson at third base for Dan Uggla. who's popped out to first, grounded out beyond third. Right back to the mound. Martin to Dunn, and the inning is over. JD might be around for a while. 1 run through 6. Good batters coming right up. She's pretty excited about this 1-0 game. And we'll look forward to Thursday here at the ballpark. The Phillies and the Nats will be wrapping up a series. It'll be 9/11 Remembrance Night. All active military, police officers, EMT, and firefighters with a valid ID can get 2 tickets for the price of 1. Or if you just need 1 ticket, 50% off. That's at the box office on Thursday, September 10th. The Nats and the Phillies. We will honor and remember 9/11. Hope you can join us. Time for some offense. Guzman, Zimmerman, and Dunn in the bottom of the 6th. Christian Guzman in the middle of an 0 for 17. A lot of times when he's going bad, he'll break out of it with a line drive extra base hit somewhere. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
You know what we should do a little bit more of, though, is honor the people on those airplanes that got killed tragically. The 4 airplanes that were crashed that day. That had to be awful.
Eight years ago. Guzman, a little flare. Can 2 over to get it. And Christian Guzman hasn't even threatened to get a base hit lately. 0 for 12 in this series. Zimmerman and Dunn next year at Nationals Park. 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. 1-0 on the Hanley Ramirez home run back in the 4th. Debbie Taylor reporting. Rob Dibble analyzing. Bob Carpenter keeping both of them in line. And 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And enjoying every moment of it.
You're like the ringleader, Barman Bailey.
I'm just the bus driver. You guys are having all the fun in the back.
I think Joe's the bus driver.
Joe Delpo, our stage manager. It's a relatively neat booth today for the 6th.
I think Charles Winfield is working the GPS. He's our producer. Doug Yalacki.
He's our mechanic.
Our director.
He's the mechanic who keeps it all running.
I think Mike Dressman's the mechanic.
And we want to thank our good buddy over at the Crystal City Sports Pub, Billy Bain. He'll be helping us host a party for our crew after the game today. Great people over there. And a well-deserved afternoon of entertainment for our wonderful Masson crew here. And a 2-1 to Zimmerman. Any base runner is an important one when it's either Zimmerman, Dunn, or Willingham coming up. Josh is already on the second top step of the dugout next to his manager. Adams on deck. And Ryan looking at his bat, pondering a 3-1 count. These guys are the difference makers. They play Ryan up the middle. Aguilar throws him out, 2 down. Well, I'm pretty sure they don't want Adam Dunn trying to get a single here. Just put a good swing on the ball wherever it goes. And his power could tie the game. Or he could get into scoring position.
We need a run. Can't win if you don't score a run. Let's go.
There's a drive to right. It's going to stay in the ballpark. One off the wall, and it might be a single. Well played by Cody Ross. That ball had enough overspin on it. It just dove into the track. And Adam Dunn has the Nationals' first hit since Elijah Duke's double 2 innings ago.
Well, the big hoss from Texas, Adam Dunn, hits the heck out of this ball as it goes screaming. As Bob said, with the top spin on it, that ball was hit. A little backspin would have been way out of here. It's a long single and brings up the hammer.
Willingham, 2 ground balls today. Giants have an early run at Milwaukee. The Marlins are keeping an eye on them. They're 3 back of San Francisco in the wild card race. The Giants 1 back of Colorado. They again host Arizona today. Off-speed pitch, 2-0. Well, the Reds are giving the Braves all they want this weekend. 6th inning, 1-1 in Atlanta. Johnny Cueto and Tim Hudson pitching. Braves have lost 4 straight, and they're 2 back of the Marlins. 2-0. Josh looked back to Andy Fletcher to see if it was a strike. Target in, 2-1 pitch. Time again.
Both pitchers today are working that outer half perfectly. That was on the black, 92 miles an hour by Sanchez.
And Andy Fletcher's been very consistent with his strike calls out there.
And it's been a fun game to watch and broadcast because the umpire knows what he's doing back there, and he's given a little bit of the plate.
He's also letting everybody know what's going on.
Well, I mean,
which was a problem last night, quite frankly.
That's the way the game should be played. Up tempo, give the edges of the plate to the pitchers. Make a mistake and the hitters make you pay for it.
Tim McClellan's approach last night was conducive to a 3-hour and 19-minute game. 3-2, Dunn is moving. Ball 4, And the hot Elijah Dukes is coming up with 2 men aboard.
Mr. Dukes has had a great day, Bob. Great catch out there in the outfield. That was his first hit of the day, and then the second hit is a nice double down the right field line. There's a heck of a catch off of Anibal Sanchez's bat.
All right, Elijah needs a base hit to give himself a reason to wear his pants and socks like that the rest of the year.
Yes.
Batting average up to 260. Sanchez suddenly looks very reluctant to throw the ball in this inning.
Well, third time through the lineup.
Mid-80s on his pitch count.
Oh. Paulino wanted that pitch in. Sanchez made a mistake and threw it away. Elijah got full extension but just missed it.
That went in further. The count's 0-2. The left-hander. Tim Wood, the righty. Oh, takes one right in the middle of the bat. That was a changeup that got him. And the bases are loaded. 2 outs for Alberto Gonzalez.
0-2. Bad changeup. Actually, it's a curveball. And he overthrew it. And that'll bring the pitching coach Mark Wiley out to try to figure out what is going on here with Sanchez.
It's only the 3rd time this year Dukes has been hit by a pitch.
Well, I like the fact that Elijah knew it wasn't on purpose. Not going to load the bases up here with a 1-0 lead. And I like what Don Baylor told me, and he was hit 267 times in his career. He said, I know if a guy's throwing at me and throws at me in anger. And he goes, if I have to, I'll track him down at a church fair if I have to let him know about it.
Wow.
So, and you know how quiet Don Baylor is. He took a lot of pain during his career.
Here's Alberto Gonzalez. Great at bat first time, base hit to right center. Second time struck out on a pitch, a breaking ball away that he tried to pull. That was close, and ball 1. Might have been ball 2. Our base bunch all started their thing with 2 outs. Dunn the base hit off the wall in right. Willingham the walk. Dukes on an 0-2 pitch hit.
Well, they're working him away. You're going to have to go that way with it.
And he has a wide open stance as if to be a pull hitter. Now the count's 1-2. Pitch away. Sanchez from Johnson. The Nats strand 3. They've left 7. Trail 1-0 into the 7th inning. today. Where are the runs? It's a kind of a daily thing for the Nats here. Out hit 5-4, trailing 1-0 to the Marlins. Sanchez pitching well, and the same for J.D. Martin.
Yeah, they've both been able to pitch out of jams. Basically, the only mistake of the day is the pitch that Hanley Ramirez hit off J.D. Martin, but Sanchez continues to pound the outside part of the plate, walked a couple guys, and he hit Elijah Dukes, but he hasn't been off the plate that much. J.D. Martin, more of the same. Challenging people with fastballs, getting them out with breaking balls. Very well pitched, and that's why it's a 1-0 ball game after 6 innings.
Top of the 7th coming up. Cody Ross leads off in the 7th. And a ball popped up to the right side. Alberto Gonzalez calling Adam Dunn off the ball.
That's the right play right there by Alberto. Just like we talk about going down the first baseline, if the middle infielders think that they have a ball that's beyond the pitcher's mound, they have to take it.
Ronnie Paulino 0 for 2. Getting ahead. J.D. Martin over the last couple of innings getting his pitches per inning down. Just over 13 through 6. He's only given up 5 hits today. The double play ball after the intentional walk last inning was big. And as he works quickly, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Paulino.
Nice.
Comes up fielding his position well for the 2nd time in the last 3 hitters. And you college students, Nats will be home for 3 nights this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And all month of September, you get 50% off tickets. With a valid ID, purchase a ticket priced at $10 or more for all Monday through Thursday games. You can do it at the box office, day of game only. Check out the Fan Value Corner at nationals.com. Or you can pick up that busy cell phone of yours and dial 202-675-NATS. Put it on your speed dial. Cameron Maybin 0 for 2. Pitcher spot due up next. Ross Gload is on deck. And the Nats are doing some shifting around. Clippard returning to the bench, and Ron Vallone about to start throwing alongside Jason Bergman. And that's not because of J.D. Martin and the way he's pitching. It's because he's due to bat 2nd in the 7th. And the Nats will be down at least 1-0.
Pretty good pitch right here. Northrop Grumman might have been a little high, but you know what? Maybin's about 6'6", 6'4".
And it's also the 7th inning. Deserved that call by now.
JD got away with one right there. Hanging breaking ball.
Two, nobody on, 2 out.
Oh, come on.
All of a sudden in the 7th inning, the strike zone gets a little shrinkage.
That was a fastball on the black. He's been giving it all day. Didn't give the high pitch. and then he doesn't give this low fastball right at the knees.
Those were both strikes.
It's just, it's a head shaker.
Anibal Sanchez out of the game as Ross Glode will hit for him. Sanchez goes 6 innings, no runs on 4 hits, walks a couple, hits 1 batter, strikes out 5 in one of his best outings of the year. Maben, even though he hasn't learned how to steal bases just yet, is a running threat. He's 1 for 2 and he's very fast. And a high strike to Ross Glode. I think the previous 2 pitches were better than that one. Glode as a pinch hitter, pretty good this year. 15 for 54. That's as many pinch hits as probably anybody in baseball, although Wes Helms has 14. He has a homer and 13 RBIs, batting .278 as a pinch hitter, and now he adds another one that sends the runner over to third. And now the Nats have to face Chris Coghlan because 2 strikes to the number 8 hitter were called balls 3 and 4. Man, when you are not going well, nothing works in your favor, it seems. J.D. Martin makes 2 outstanding pitches and gets punished for it, and he's probably out of the game. This will match his longest outing of the year, 6 2/3. Rob, that is very unfortunate.
Well,
he should be into the 7th inning.
You get a tight strike zone 2 with a guy hitting .220. He spent most of the year in the minor leagues. It's unfortunate. It happens. J.D. Martin still had a great game.
J.D. Martin gives way, and into the Nats bullpen, Ron Vallone coming in. To see J.D. Martin upset about what happened to him a moment ago. He was out of the inning. The umpire missed 2 consecutive pitches. Now they have a walk and a hit and a chance to increase their lead, as Ron Vallone will have to take on a very difficult left-handed batter, Chris Coghlan.
I love it. I love it. Show your displeasure at the umpire. Guy took the game away from you, pitched a gem. Team that you're pitching a great game against has scored basically 25 runs in the past 5 games, and you've only limited them to 1 run, and you had it working today. Umpire blew a couple of calls.
He decided to give Ronnie Paulino Hanley Ramirez's strike zone in the 7th inning with 2 outs and nobody on base. What are you going to do? Coghlan 1 for 3 today, 6 for 13 in the series. Cost the Nationals a run and maybe more. That is unbelievable. Coghlan continues to wear out the Nats. 7 for 14 His first RBI in the series. And Washington can't get this kid out. Nick Johnson doubled off the right field wall last time. Marlins have doubled their lead. Another big run sitting at third base. And a 1-1 coming. Half swing. Fair ball. Just tag it. Well, Nick gets away from the tag.
Thanks, Nick.
So the Marlins pick up an undeserved but very big run. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark, and the Marlins a run on a couple of hits. They strand 2. They've left 6. Both of those runs charged to J.D. Martin.
Love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairie to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet
Good day to be in the shade out there at the Red Loft as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning in a 2-0 game. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Nats. The Dodgers are coming to Natstown, and we're giving you the chance to watch it in style. Enter the sweepstakes at nationals.com/win. You could watch the Nats and the Dodgers on Thursday, September 24th, from the comfort of a private suite with 14 of your closest friends. And if you don't have 14 of them, you will as soon as the neighborhood finds out. That'll be a lot of fun. Enter at nationals.com/win, and you can watch the game in style. Matt Lindstrom for the Marlins in the bottom of the 7th. Long way to go in a 2-0 game. And the bottom line is the Nats need to get some offense going, whether it's 1-0 as it should be or the present 2-0 score. Will Nieves 0 for 2 today. Pete Orr on deck, who we thought we might see last inning for Gonzalez. And the herky-jerky motion of Lindstrom way outside, 2-0.
Well, we talked about Josh Johnson throwing an easy 95. This is more of a violent delivery, a lot of arms and legs coming at you, and then the 95 to 98 pops out. Wild delivery right there. Got that high leg kick. Looks familiar. He comes over, sweeps the glove over the top. Hit that.
Looks to me like he should be wearing number 49, not 22. There was a ring of familiarity to that.
Bob Hayes wore 22. He was fast.
Fastest shoe, and he was called a one.
He was. What he's going to do is straighten that. Lift the leg he lifts up. He looked very similar. He works from the stretch with nobody on. I like the wind up. The more arms and legs coming at the guy, the better I liked it.
Will Nieves with a fly ball out to left center. Maben is there. Today's copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. 22,325, and that would be 300. That would be 22,400 counting the dogs today. I was told they even had their own little parcel of turf on which to take care of business.
You got to do their business somewhere.
They thought of everything. Pete Orr 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. And enjoying good success upon his return to the big leagues. He's 9 for 25 with a double, 3 RBIs, a stolen base. And in those 25 at bats, Pete's made contact 23 times. That's nasty. Tim McClellan says swing.
See if he crosses the plane. Yeah, that's a swing.
And Pete Orr gets jammed. Dumps one to right center. That ball's down, and Pete Orr has himself another base hit. He's 10 for 26 now. He continues to make contact, and as one of the newest Nats, he's batting .385.
There you see 95 get in on the hands of Pete Orr, and Pete jams it out into right field. Got some strong wrists to power that ball out there like that when it's coming that fast. Now it's up to the little guys at the top of the order. Table setters have to try to get Orr around and then get one of them around too.
Willie Harris 0 for 2 with a walk.
Want to bring up Zim and Dunn this inning. Come on, Hot Rod.
Willie Harris hits that ball hard right at Cody Ross. I'm just looking back through the scorebook. Willie Harris's recent hitting pattern as a leadoff man has been almost exclusively pulling the ball. Haven't seen Willie, other than one ground ball to shortstop, hit a ball the opposite way.
Well, he hits that ball very hard. See how far out in front that bat head is. Knew he had to get it out there early with that 95 coming at him.
Remember the ball hit by Willie Monday in San Diego when Oscar Salazar made that great play up against the wall? That's the only ball Willie Harris has hit to left field this week. Here's Guzman 0 for 3. And a good slide by Ronnie Paulino. Well, the Marlins have some good news out on that scoreboard. The Astros have scored a couple of runs, and in the bottom of the 5th at home, they're leading the Phillies 3-2. Despite homers by Jimmy Rollins and Ben Francisco of the Phils. Colorado just got 2 in the 1st at home against Arizona. Oh, it looked like Andy Fletcher wanted to call it a strike. Reniel Pinto now, the left-hander for the Marlins. And Kiko Calero.
Kiko.
I think if a guy is 0 for 18, you want him taking a couple of pitches here. Doesn't have to take 2. The 1 is ball 4. And here comes Ryan Zimmerman. It's the 3rd time today the Nationals have had at least 2 runners on. They haven't been able to plate one yet.
And Mark Wiley can make a lot of trips out to the mound in a ball game.
Freddie Gonzalez has his ball club 8 games over 500. With 25 to go, 4 out in the wild card, and 6.5 behind the Phillies. They've gained 2 games on the Phillies this weekend. The Nats have already stranded 7, including 3 last inning and 2 back in the 2nd. Zimmerman 0 for 3. A pair of ground balls and a fly ball to center. Interesting, these two have only faced each other 8 times, being in the same division for a couple of years.
Obviously, they want to go soft against the big Z. Drops in an 80-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Good hold.
Ryan sold it well to Greg Gibson, the first base umpire.
There's the plate right there.
Oh, that was close.
Bring the heater.
And Zimmerman hits it off the end of the bat. Coughlin is there. The Nats have stranded 9. Can buy a run against the Marlins today. 2-0 into the 8th.
J.D. Martin had a heck of a day today, moving the ball in and out, throwing it right by people. We were looking for off-speed stuff, striking people out on the black with fastballs, getting ground ball double plays to get out of tough innings. And then it was right there in the 7th inning. That ball was called a ball. That ball was called a ball to Cameron Maben. And then a base hit to Ross Glode ended J.D. Martin's day. He was not happy. I don't blame him. He deserved a better fate from the umpire. That's the way it goes sometimes.
So the summary of this one, Hanley Ramirez with a big swing, the 100th career home run for him. Elijah Deuce swinging the bat well.
And it may not matter. If the Nationals get shut out, Hanley Ramirez's home run would have stood up.
Yep. Pete Orr stays in to play second base, and the pitcher batting 7th is Tyler Clippard.
But all in all, J.D. Martin's got to walk away from this start with his head held high. This team was on fire. They were scoring a ton of runs. He shut them down on 6 hits.
Blown away is Hanley Ramirez here in the 8th inning.
I think Hanley Ramirez got caught looking for something off speed, and he gets the express train, and it's right by him. See him step and then go, oh, it's not a off-speed pitch.
Nats have kept Jorge Cantu under control today. Came in having a great series, 5 out of 8. Nothing but strikes from Clippard so far. And a little hanger, a changeup. Cantu keeps his hitting streak alive that goes to 7 ball games. 1-on-1 out. Let's check in with Debbie Taylor.
Okay, Bob. Well, it was Roberto Clemente Day on Friday this weekend, so it's probably fitting that 2 of the Nationals players, Will Nieves and Saul Rivera, were featured in this headline back home in Puerto Rico this week. And the headline reads, De la Pamper al Gran Show, which means from their youth team, Pamper, to the big show. And both players fittingly sporting number 21. And Will had a mustache going on there as a teenager, Bob.
Wow. Will Nieves has been around for a while. Drafted the better part of 10 years ago. And Willie Harris there to grab that one easily. That's the second out here in the 8th inning. And bring up Cody Ross, 2 for 3 with a pair of doubles. Day off tomorrow, so enjoy your Labor Day. Be safe. Might be your last gasp of summer. And then come and join us at the ballpark with the Phillies coming in. We know some of their fans will be down here making noise for that first place ball club. Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. You know where to go for tickets. Nationals.com, 888-632-NATS. Pedro Martinez and John Lannon tomorrow. Cliff Lee's lost 2 in a row. Garrett Mock will try to right his ship on Wednesday, and then Blanton and Livon Thursday night. Cody Ross, 2 for 3 in the series. He's 3 for 13.
Well, we always preach pitching ahead, and I wanted to bring up Hanley Ramirez, who's leading the National League in hitting with 360. When you get him 0-2, that's 33 times. He's hitting 152. When you get him 1-2, which is 53 times, he's hitting 132. So, you know, even against the best hitters, if you can work the count in your favor, it disarms them. And then after the 3-0 pitch, he's hitting 636.
Might as well walk him.
Yeah, after the 3-1 count, hitting 429. So when it's in his favor, he punishes you.
Might as well walk him.
Exactly. You fall behind.
Well, the Nets walked him one time today, and it paid off with a perfect double play ball after the intentional pass. And now, 3 spots later in the lineup, Cody Ross with a count of 2-2. Ross gets jammed and pops it up into center. Willie Harris right there. Bottom of the 8th, Adam Dunn coming up. Willingham and Dukes to follow. Nats down 2. time remaining. 2-0 here. Marlins go for the sweep. And then Tuesday, the Phillies are here with the old grinder, Charlie Manuel, running that first place ball club. Big sluggers, first baseman Howard. Jason Worth had a good home run season. Jimmy Rollins is homered today for them. And it'll be Pedro Martinez against John Lannon. John 8-10, winless though his last 5 starts with a 4.09 ERA. His ERA was down in the 3.3 or 4 range 5 starts ago. Pedro Martinez 5-3 against the Nats career with a 2.74 ERA. 6:30 Nats extra. Johnny Holiday and Ray Knight. Shoring up their defense on the left side of the infield. The Marlins go with Wes Helms. New pitcher Reniel Pinto. Could be a 1-batter appearance. It's up and into that lefty Adam Dunn. Pinto on the year, a 3.10 ERA. 62 games, 52 innings, 52 strikeouts. Adam Dunn will sky one to left. Almost the same spot where he hit one 2 times ago, caught by Coghlan. And the middle of the Nats order has 1 single and 1 walk, with Willingham coming up in the bottom of the 8th inning. Horizon Fios presents Nats Extra. Straight ahead. Only here can you find interviews from the clubhouse. Elijah Dukes on base 3 times today. And Jim Riggleman's postgame thoughts. In there to Willingham. Willingham golfs one to right, and this will be 2 outs if caught by Ross. And it'll be Dukes with 2 outs. Single in the 2nd, doubled in the 4th, hit by a pitch to load the bases in the 6th. The Nationals drove in all of their runs, all 5 of them, well, 5 of the 6. In fact, now upon further review, all 6 of their runs Friday night with 2 outs. But that's been the only time over the last week and a half that the Nationals have had much 2-out RBI hitting.
Do you have any happy news to report?
I wish I did. It's a beautiful day.
It's a dog day afternoon. More dogs at the ballpark. Wonder if they're being well behaved down there.
All right, well, I'm not going to tell you then the record against the East with the Phillies coming in.
No.
The record's against the Phillies.
You told us yesterday. It's lousy. It's a stinker.
You can go to first base, Elijah. He's on for the 4th time today. Look at this.
See, now, there you go. Pretty positive there for the Fish. The Nationals. Look at that, though. The batting average, we got to work on this. Batting average 294.
It's that low. That's because of today. Marlins do have 8 hits, but 2 runs on 8 hits against this ball club is like outstanding pitching for the Nats. Josh Bard comes off the bench and gets a huge hit.
Go. You ain't throwing this out. No chance.
Coughlin does the right thing by throwing into second to keep the tying run at first base. And Will Nieves will be the batter. Padilla will run for Bard. And having used Josh Bard a moment ago, the Nationals can't hit Jesus Flores here for Will Nieves because he'd have to catch. So Padilla pinch runs at first, and Will Nieves is the batter 0 for 3 today.
Well, you could have Willingham catch.
That is true.
But that's not going to happen. But come on, Will. Clutch hit right here. Everybody at home, positive waves. Walks as good as a hit right here.
Fedor is on deck. Every rally the Nats have had today has started with 2 outs. They haven't been able to put that early inning pressure on the Marlins. It goes 2-0 now to Nieves.
Attaboy, attaboy. That's the eye.
Rally caps all over the place.
The plate's moving.
Fedor is being called back.
Looks like Mike Morse.
That's a go with a right-handed hitter, and Fedor, yeah, he's upset about not being in the ball game, but he just patted Morse on the top of the helmet and said, "Go get him." That's what being a teammate's all about.
Let's see if Freddie Gonzalez goes and gets him. He is.
Just now the hitter being announced. That's what Freddie was waiting for. And the pitching change coming. Calero's been warming up. The Nats trying to battle from behind. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 8th inning. The Nats are down 2-0. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Mike Morse will get the call against right-hander Kiko Calero, who's had a couple of good moments against the Nats this year, but on the last homestand series against this ball club, the Nats got to him, contributing to a win. A good ERA in 58 games. This guy's really pitched as well this year as he ever has in his big league career. 62 strikeouts in 51 innings. Mike Morse has a pinch hitter, 2 for 9 with an RBI. And the key man on the bases is Jorge Padilla at second base. The pinch runner, good speed. I just saw him turn around and check where the outfielders were.
Well, in 2 outs, you're running on contact, and if it's a hit to the outfield, you better be running for home.
And a breaking ball, and Morse tried to jump all over it. I would say that late inning pinch hitters swing at the first pitch at least 50% of the time. They think the first strike they see, they better be hacking.
Well, and when a guy first comes into the game, too, a reliever in this situation, you would think he's going to try to throw something over for a strike.
Pretty good career pinch hitting numbers. Not a lot of appearances. Mike has 3 major league homers and 38 major league RBIs.
Wow.
Keeping that ball away.
Heck of a slider right there by Calero. Bases loaded, 1-1 pitch. This is just filthy. Middle of the plate out. Away from Morse.
And he works from almost the end of the third base side of that rubber. So he's throwing right across the angle of the plate to the right-handed batter.
Nice shot. Very nice shot.
1-2 the count.
Morse! Get up there!
Deep scores. Here comes Padilla.
Nice!
Go. The ball gets away. At second base. That's why pitchers back up. For some reason, Will Nieves didn't go to third when the ball got away. So even when the Nationals do something really good, it turns out so-so. Tie game. When the ball gets away, it was a great swing, Rob, on a hanging breaking ball.
Well, right there, though, Will Nieves should expect this throw. Once it goes to home, he should have been running to third. Holds up, ball gets by, goes back to second, and Mike Morse, who did the right thing by watching the throw go over the pitcher's mound to home plate, goes to second, and then he's toast. So
yeah, that's not Morse's fault.
No, that is not. Not with 2 outs, and the ball is going to home plate. You have to run and keep going. So pretty much run out of that inning, but you know what? Doesn't matter. Mike Morse, tremendous pinch hit at bat right there. Kiko Calero made a bad pitch after making a great 1-1 pitch. And Morse made him pay.
Willie Harris now at second base. Justin Maxwell in center. Mike McDougall against the bottom of the order for the Marlins. Paulino, Maben, and then Helms.
It's a good job by Jim Riggleman, because you can't bring McDougall in for a save in an extra inning ball game at home. Might as well use him right here.
Base hit.
And maybe they should have saved him.
No, he needs work.
No, he does need
and nobody else that's sitting out there from the right-handed standpoint has been that effective lately. He's got a pitch. Now Emilio Bonifacio will get off the dugout bench for the first time in this series and pinch run for Paulino. And he's a stealing threat. And they also, if they're playing for the lead here, small ball, they could start the runner here with Maben, a very fast runner himself, in the batter's box.
Want to try to work ahead or at least throw a strike here. Take the out. As hard as McDougall throws, possibly Maben, who doesn't handle the bat very well, might pop one up, help you out.
Well, they don't have to sacrifice or steal now. The lead runs at second base. McDougall with his 6th wild pitch of the year. Ball 3. Not even close. 2 on, nobody out. And Wes Helms will be the hitter. Marlins licking their chops here. Veteran guy who knows how to bunt and move runners in the batter's box. And then a red-hot leadoff guy is next. Beyond the 4 o'clock hour here at Nationals Park, a 2-2 ball game. The Nats just scored 2 on the Morse pinch hit, bottom of the 8th. Bob Carpenter, Rob Dibble, Debbie Taylor on Bassett HD. Little things like catching the ball and base running make such a huge difference in this game. It's amazing how quick this ball game can turn on you. If Nieves goes to third, the Nats have second and third, top of the order coming up. Moments later, the Marlins have 2 men on trying to win the game.
Well, it just shows you that you can't give a team extra outs or run yourself out of innings against a good ball club. Had a chance to really do some damage against the Marlins. They get a big out. And like you said, now they come right back.
And Helms makes sure he guides it right to Zimmerman. That's a great punt.
Watch the play. Watch Bonifacio.
Willie Harris runs at him. Second and third, 1 out. I don't know, the way this Coughlin guy's going, the Nats may consider walking him, but if you walk him, that assures the inning goes to Hanley Ramirez unless there's a double play.
It's just a great job by Wes Helms. A lot of power guys, especially at this level, don't handle the bat that well, and he just lays down a perfect sacrifice bunt right there.
If Hanley Ramirez isn't in the box, this is probably the next guy they'd want in a contact situation. Here he is. Harris. Well done. And the runner at the plate on a 4-2 by Willie Harris. Contact play. Bonifacio coming. 2 outs.
A beautiful play right here. Willie Harris catches it, makes a perfect throw to Will Nieves. Will blocks the plate, and Bonifacio is done. This is just unbelievable right there. That's a great play.
Now it's McDougal against a former teammate, Nick Johnson.
Yep, it'll mean nothing, though, if you don't get Nick right here.
And you have to, because Ramirez is next. Let him have his next at bat Tuesday in New York.
I concur, Bob. Let's not see that kid again.
Nick Johnson today 1 for 4 with a double. And the Marlins have the lead. And then Maxwell plays it a little carelessly. He had no chance to catch that ball. The runner keeps coming, and he is safe. Tremendous base running by Chris Coughlin. Maxwell had no chance to catch that ball, and he played it into a couple of bases for 2 different runners. And the Marlins lead 4-2.
Well, you know Nick Johnson from his history with the Nationals. He's an excellent contact guy, just puts it in play. Justin Maxwell tries to make an impossible play, ends up hitting him in the wrist, deflects off, and Chris Coughlin never stopped running and scores all the way from first.
They'll walk Ramirez again.
See the slide at the plate by Coughlin. He actually got up limping. It's actually a very nice block of the plate by Will Nieves.
Now left-handed batter John Baker will hit for the pitcher's spot. Baker starting the first 2 games of the series behind the plate. And a home run and 4 RBIs here Friday night. And a bouncer to Adam Dunn. Top of the 9th over. The Marlins pick up 2, and they are 3 outs away from a sweep.
Impressive today, but a wild bottom of the 8th and top of the 9th. Plenty to talk about as we get ready for this one.
A lot to talk about. Base running. The Evans kind of hung Morris out after the base hit there. Coughlin going all the way, hustling as Maxwell tried to catch that ball and it got away from him.
Also handling Ramirez with a big hit. Mike Morris also tremendous hitting for the Nats. We'll talk about it after it's over. Hopefully a rally from the Nationals. Bob Carpenter and Rob Dibble have the final coming up.
Top of the order for the Nationals in the bottom of the 9th, and you can visit the official online shop at nationals.com. The largest online selection of authentic team gear, caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and much, much more. Get your team gear straight from the source, nationals.com shop. Brett Carroll for defense in left field. He already cost the Nats a game with 1 diving catch in Florida this year. And the closer, Leo Nunez. Looks like John Baker stays in to catch. Willie Harris, Guzman, and Zimmerman in the top of the 9th inning. Nunez saved the ball game here Friday night, his 18th.
Get out of here.
Willie Harris with a high drive that's going to lead the ballpark.
Second deck.
And suddenly it's 4-3 on 1 pitch.
Well, and now that Justin Maxwell playing center field really hurts.
Well, not to mention the base running play before that. So the Nats keep battling. Willie Harris with his 6th home run of the year and his 26th career. Long ball.
Nothing but respect for this team. They never give up. Willie Harris, fastball, crushes this pitch. Full extension. Look at the bat head, how far out in front it is. Great job by the Exmo. Zach, get up there.
And Guzman digging. Saved at first. Well played by Dan Ugla, but Guzman beat it out.
Wow, bad feet and all. Christian Guzman hits it up the middle. Great play by Ugla. Throws across his body. And it's beat out by Christian Guzman. This is a fantastic play by Ugla. Going away, no momentum. Throws it over there. just sheer hustle by Guzman beat that play.
Nobody out, tying runs on base. Zimmerman, Dunn, and Willingham, the next three hitters.
Come on, Zim.
Be a good time to end this game with the shadows starting to creep on the batter's box. Nunez missing way upstairs.
I got a good feeling about this, Bob.
I'm right there with you. Over the years, the Nationals have seemed to have had and probably have had more situations like this turn out their way against the Marlins than any other ball club. But very little of it in 08 or 09. Time to reprise some of that.
I told you I had a feeling.